Hi everyone, it's Joe from Lucas with...
And Joey.
Hey guys, I've been talking to you about tequilas. I did that Blanco video and I want to walk through them. I want to go Blanco, Reposado, Añejo, Extra Añejo. We're going to keep on going. So these are kind of some, I want a little broad representation of Reposados and I want to talk about them. So when I'm doing a Blanco, a lot of times I like to use a Blanco either for sipping, and I also like to use them in margaritas. Very rarely do I move into a Reposado, but some people might like that. You add a little bit of wood to the margarita, you could damper it down a little bit. You can even use like mezcals or sotals, which will get a little smoke into them. But let's get right into these Reposados. And I got prices that are gonna range from the low 30s to the $55 range. And I wanna talk about them. So Dulce Vida, which is just a high quality, great tequila, easy to drink. It's going to be aged on American oak barrels. They're actually whiskey barrels that they actually age it on. So let's go right into this one. They make a canned cocktail. They make a lot of stuff. Dulce Vida is just a great brand all the way across. They make 100 proof.
Their flavors are fantastic because they do real fruit juice with the actual Blanco tequila.
In the flavored ones. Yep.
Yeah. And those ones are beautiful as well.
So this is an organic tequila too. That's something to bring up.
Has a sweeter nose.
Much sweeter nose. So for me, you get agave, you get some caramel, and some citrus.
The citrus is mainly closer towards the back, but yeah. I would say dead on with that. Because it has the sweetness more up front in the palate, and it gets more citrusy, more acidic as you go back.
It's absolutely could be a sipper. You could put it over ice. You can make some ranch water with, splash of soda, put a lime in it. Nice drinks that you can make with that.
Jalapeno margarita. That's what I think most repos taste best with.
Oh, that's a great idea.
The wood shows a little bit more sweetness on the repos.
Okay.
Versus a Blanco not showing as much wood.
I didn't think of doing it that way. That's a great idea.
The jalapeno just shows a little nicer on it because it dries it out just a tad, just enough.
Okay. So, now let's jump in. So Aguamiel is one of my favorite Blancos. It's inexpensive. It's a highly rated tequila. They came out with their repo about 8 or 10 months ago. So let's get right into this one. This one's interesting. So there's a lot of different notes on this one. But what you're going to find about most of these tequilas is they're going to have that agave smell right on the nose. And we don't want that covered up at any time. I always want agave to be one of the notes when I'm trying to smell tequila.
I would say the Aguamiel has less of that agave sweetness right up front on the nose.
Okay. So I get a lot of vanilla. That's coming off the barrel. Mm-hmm. I get almost like a dry citrus, like an
orange rind.
Yeah, like an orange rind. Maybe a little toasted oak, and almost like the zest from an orange or something. I'm not, that's what I'm seeing.
Oh, for sure.
Even a little black pepper. Did you taste that on the back?
I mean, it's more of a pop, not really like a big flavor burst. Once we jump into like Volan's, that's going to have more of that bigger blast on the back end of the pepper. I already know that because that is one of my favorites.
Okay.
But this one is just more of a pop versus a big like bang.
I think that's just an amazing tequila for $34.99.
Oh yeah.
Another great one, right? And I like all these brands and I want to try and teach them to you guys, especially for those of you that like Reposados. This is where we really get this education. It's fun to do it.
I just like the clean finish on this one. It's
Absolutely.
So clean.
Absolutely. So now we're going to go to Maracame. And there's a little village down there that makes these little things that are on top of the bottles. It's pretty cool. We have a whole barrel here that they hand beaded. It's amazing. But let's jump right into this one. So this one's $41.99. And this is aged 9 months. So it's a little longer for a repo. The nose is incredibly soft and a sweet nose, almost like orangish on the nose.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would say too. In comparison, nose-wise, this one's softer on the nose than just these two.
Oh, this is beautiful. So this one has almost like candy on it, like nougat or something like that. It's very candy-ish. It's very sweet. It's very delicate. It's extremely easy to drink. This is the sweetest one we've had so far.
Oh, for sure.
And this is a non-additive tequila. It's important to understand that. We know that at least 5 of these are non-additives. You know, there's nothing that says that Cava has it or doesn't have it, but it is on a sweeter side. It could have an additive in it. That's always a debate between people, but it's delicious. That's what we're concerned about.
This one on the patio with some ice, just on a hot day, because the ice is going to be nice on a hot day. It might mellow it out too much, but
yeah, there's nice spices in there. There's some citrus in there. That's delicious. Now that one's $41.99. I just love these. And when you get the opportunity to do this, so I have so many bottles open at home, and we do this all the time. When people come over, we go through these bottles and we get to see the difference. I think that's super fun. So Cantera Negra, they were here. This is a great brand, great tequila, all across the board. We got them out of order behind here. Okay, so
now this one is going to be closer to the Volans, at least in my opinion. When I've tasted the two, they show that big pop of black pepper on the back end.
Okay,
these go great in jalapeno marks because they already show that kind of pepper pop on the back end.
Well, I tell you what, that's a dominant oak and vanilla flavor right there. That is very upfront to me.
Oh, from front to back?
From front to back, and a little bit of cinnamon towards the back. It's always interesting to learn these and understand them, but they're all super smooth to drink. These are all great sippers or making a drink with them. That's delicious. This one's got more age on it. I feel like it's got more age on it, but it's not. It's the same time.
I still like that pepper pop at the back. Like, I like that in my repos when they have that kind of smoky black pepper kind of pop on the back end. I love that in my repos.
And so what Joey's talking about, so I clarified a little bit because he's the Ute. So what we want to do is we always want a beginning, a middle, and an end when we're drinking, right? And it kind of tells the story of something that we're drinking. So when we drink something and it has a beginning and a middle and it falls off the back of the palate, that's where we see the difference in alcohol. We want the alcohol to give us three distinctive paths: beginning, middle, and an end. That's what we're looking for. All right, let's talk about Cava. Now, Cava is finished on French oak. So this is the only one that's finished on French oak out of the ones we're looking at. Everything else is American whiskey barrels. So Cava is generally on the sweeter side.
More vanilla on the nose.
Yeah, and right on the nose, that vanilla is really powerful.
Yeah, it's right up front.
God, I feel like we're doing this in a very tame manner. Let's see. This is the most gentle of them. Vanilla, oak, cinnamon, orange zest. They're just, and it just keeps going in my mouth right now. It's hanging on. So it's got some tackiness to it. And I really believe that's from the French oak.
You know what I get for the overlay going front to back? It's literally just a subtle note that goes all the way through. It's like that char from the wood. It's like that little bit of smoke that just goes from all the way across the palate with all those flavors, the vanilla, the caramel, the cinnamon on the back end. It literally follows it all the way through, gives you that kind of little bit of that.
Ever so slightly though.
Yeah,
So,
I'm talking like an essence, like it is just so small in there, but it's
Very good.
there front to back.
Excellent. Okay, let's jump into Volans. So Volans comes from what is considered the #1 still in Jalisco, Mexico. So they make G4 as well. A lot of you have had G4. They make about 4 or 5. Sote, there's a couple more that they make. Great, great tequila. Every brand that they make is a great tequila. This is another one. This is their repo. And this is aged in American whiskey barrels. All oak, American white oak. So on the nose, it's interesting when you get into this distillery, it's very dominant agave. Agave nose.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And it's going to be a dominant agave flavor.
Super agave forward on the nose.
Subtle oak. So agave, minerality, not heavy minerality, very little. A slight hint of caramel, and it's sweet with a very light hint of pepper towards the end. That's how I got it.
Definitely got the pepper on the back end. The minerality is more like all throughout for me.
Okay.
Where it kind of shows like as if you're drinking mineral water. Like it doesn't show super heavy. It just more is like an essence. Like just like how I said the essence of smoke on this one, the minerality to me on this one's more of an essence than actually being the definitive flavor. The definitive flavor from front
I totally get that.
Vanilla.
I totally get that. So guys, this is great stuff, man. If you have questions, make sure you hit us on Facebook, hit us on our YouTube. Let us know. We'll review any product you want. We'll try and get you as much information as you can. Most of these will be on our Try Before You Buy. Remember, it's Thursday, 3 to 8, Friday, 3 to 8, Saturday, 2 to 7. We'll always try and figure it out. We'll always try and get you the right product. Remember, always, thanks for shopping at Lucas, one bottle at a time. We truly appreciate your business. Don't forget to like and follow us. Have an amazing day. Enjoy your tequila. From Joey and me, cheers.
Cheers.